Alright, if anyone ends up watching this, this is going to be drawing Colman Domingo Part 3. And I've got the basics done, I've got his hair almost done, I just got to finish blending and shading with his beard, hair, and eyebrows. But mostly, for the most part, that's done. Now I'm going to try to work on, hopefully, lining up this other eye. Which, eyes are not easy for me to draw most of the time. So, guess we'll see how it turns out. I'm going to have to try not to shake my table too much because I have a flimsy little tripod that I'm holding up with my PS4 controller and some other stuff just to record this. I wanted to go live, but with YouTube, you're not allowed to go live from a phone unless you're like verified or something, which is really stupid. Anyway, just try to get right into this. Guess I'll see if I can finish out the one eye before I start the other one. Every time I do eyes on a drawing, I feel like I always end up messing up the overall drawing. Hopefully that doesn't happen this time, because I really like how it's turning out so far. Also, if you notice I'm not talking too loud, it's because I have headphones on playing music, so I'm trying not to talk too loud over that. I feel like that's around the right size for the eye. Could go probably a little bit more towards the corner. I'm also drawing very lightly, so if I mess up I can easily fix it. Alright, let me just try to figure out the angle of this. Alright, I think that's better. Alright, I'll try to move on to some of the detail under his eye, around his nose. Just put a couple little dots. I'm already shaking my table too much. And then if you see what I'm doing now, I just use my finger to blend. I don't use any other tools or anything. I just simply use my finger and blend in the lead into the paper. It usually comes out better that way than using any other tool. Alright, now I think I made it a little too dark on this side. Just lightly go in with the eraser. Try to get some of this gone. I don't know if my camera's picking up the picture I'm looking at, but I am looking at a picture for this. So that's why I'm trying to match out the shapes, because I am looking at the reference. Alright, that's good enough on that side for now. Alright, let me actually try to fix up this eyebrow a little bit. He's got a little bit of it coming out from his face a little bit farther. Comes down a little bit more as well. Alright, I think that looks better than it did. Kind of shaped up that way. Alright, that looks better for that. Now I'm gonna kind of erase some of the shading up here, so I can blend it in and it to be a little bit lighter than it is on the bottom half, because that's also how it is in the picture I'm looking at. Just lightly blend it. Alright, yeah, that's looking better than the other part, so. Also, I need to erase just a little bit of up here above his eye and then shade that in. Okay. Alright. Might have to find another tool. I don't have any Q-tips to use. My fingers are all too big to fit in this little area. But I'll try, because I don't have anything else right now. Alright, I guess that looks alright. Now I need to kind of re-darken in this eyebrow line under here, since it kind of blended to the edge of the eyebrow, the eyelid. Alright, it's looking better. Now I'm going to just go ahead and kind of reshape this area. Alright, I think that's looking alright. Just erase outside that line. Clean it up a little bit. Also going to go ahead and erase a little bit more inside the shadowing. Alright. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and darken this, because this picture has a little bit of shadow under here. Just try to darken it a little bit more, and then shade it. Alright, that should be good. Alright, now I need to go in and erase. Now, as you can see in all three parts of these videos I'm doing so far, I always use a mechanical pencil when I draw, because I don't care for sketch pencils or the wooden pencils. I always use a mechanical pencil or black ink pen or Sharpie when I draw. And I have to go in and kind of refix these details here. Because since it all blended together, since I got fat fingers. Okay, fixed that. Darkness needs to come down a little bit more right here. And right under here. It kind of goes up a little this way, like that. It's probably as good as that area is going to end up coming out. Redarken that. I guess I'll go ahead and shade in the eye a little bit. And then he's got some light reflecting in here, so like that. Try to darken just a little bit. I have a feeling this isn't going to come out looking as good as it was. But as long as I can tell who I drew, then it doesn't really matter. Being as careful as possible with the shading in the eye. Trying to make sure it looks as good as it possibly can. if I'm not talking enough, it's because when I draw, I really focus. Also, I'm kind of focusing on the songs I'm listening to as well. Alright, now I'll just darken this in a little bit more, and that'll be good enough for this one eye for now. Alright, still kind of like how it's coming out. Alright, now I need to reshape this, because it needs to come down like that. Alright, gotta put a couple extra lines right here, because everybody's kind of got those little curved lines coming from their eyes. Just put a little thin line under that. Alright. Okay, this. Wish I had a angled eraser, because it's so hard to use a mechanical pencils eraser for this. Alright, got like a little line right there. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and erase a little bit of the shadowing I did up there. Just one line into it, and then one line this way. Go ahead and get a little bit more of this gone, because this area needs to be more plain white paper right there. Alright, overall so far I think I'm still doing alright. Which is weird, because normally I don't like a lot of drawings I do. But I think this one's coming out pretty good. Alright, if his eyebrows here, this would come to right there a little bit more. Good enough. I think his forehead is a little bit, his hairline goes up a little bit farther, but I don't really have room on the paper to do it to perfection. Also, I darkened in his hair so much, if I erase it, it might not look right. So, that's just how I'm gonna leave that. His hair can just start right here. Just kind of give this more of an outline. Alright, now erase a little bit of this so I can do some shading on there. Needed to darken this in just a little bit, because that should be more of a shadow than anything else. Also right here, just a little bit. Alright. Now I can go ahead and do this. Now I can give this some shape. Should be kind of curved at almost an S shape right there. Alright, let's see. Kind of like that. Give it a little bit of an outline. Alright. Now I kind of missed a couple things here over at his eye. A little bit of a shape and some circle shape there. Kind of didn't give that enough of a shape. Now I gave it a little too much, but I'm not gonna worry about that. Just give that a little bit more of an outline. Alright, now, gotta erase some of this again. Give it more of the shape that shadowing takes on. I think that's about right. And it looks like he's got a little pore or something right here. Oh no. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and try to fix out this hairline a little more. Hair isn't going to be perfect because I'm not really focusing on the hair too much right now. But if I don't end up finishing it in this video, I will fix it up more in however many more parts I do. Just give this a little more of an outline up here. Okay. Now, gotta erase some of